Good morning traders, and welcome to the daily call today, Thursday the 30th of April. Before we get started, as always, please understand that any advice in today's session is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration. Alright, let's have a look at what's happened in yesterday's market. Of course, we had the FOMC statement released yesterday. Not too much movement for the US dollar as a result of that. It did lose a little bit of ground against our own Aussie dollar and the euro, but with against the US yen it was fairly flat, and that is currently trading at 106.60. The other bit of data was the advanced GDP number. That came in a little bit more negative than the forecasted at minus 4.8%. That was pretty much all that happened on the US dollar. We also did have our own CPI numbers locally come in yesterday. That came in at 0.3% as the Aussie dollar continues to regain its value, making up ground in particular against the euro and the US dollar. That's pretty much all that took place. Of course, that Aussie dollar now trading at 65.60. That was all. So let's move forward to our chart of the day. There's two charts that I've shown recently that are still in play, so make sure they're on your hot list or your watch list. That's the Kiwi Yen, and also yesterday's Aussie CAD is still in play. Yesterday's one is a lot closer for a trigger, so keep an eye on that. But this morning, I want to show you this one. This morning I am looking at the CAD Swiss on a daily timescale, and we can see, of course, that we had that big market fall in this direction, but we've settled into a nice rising wedge here, and at the moment we are on the top side of that wedge. So what I'm looking for is I would like to see a price action reversal form out of this particular candles to give me the opportunity to trade back down the wedge. Now, what would that look like? This little thing here is this morning's candle. It's only an hour into formation, but let's say that this candle ends up looking something like this. Okay, then what we could do is the following day at the break of that candle, that would give us the inside candle setup that we're looking for. Then at the break of the inside candle in the downward direction, that would be a legitimate setup for a trade. So we need to wait for today's candle to finish. Let's see what it looks like, and we may have the setup that we want tomorrow morning. So there you have it. CAD Swiss daily timescale is our chart of the day this morning. Right, what's on the agenda for the session which is about to kick off this evening at 9:45 p.m. from Europe? We have the monetary policy statement and the interest rates decision, so that's a big mover for the euro. Look out for that. Then at 10:30 simultaneously we have from Canada the GDP number. From Europe we have the press conference in relation to the monetary policy statement, and from the US we have the unemployment claims number due out. That wraps up the session, guys. As always, please feel free to contact us if you do have any questions. Follow me on Twitter at CADCHF for trade setups and breaking news. Most importantly, hope you all have a fantastic trading day. I will speak to you tomorrow for the daily call. Bye for now.